So if somebody's designing, let's say, an 11 kilowatt charger system for a home or for a commercial space, and you sort of mentioned about how Avnet Silica itself will help to source those parts for engineers. What kind of vendors are we talking about that you guys have access to?
We have, when it comes to silicon carbide, we have 11, 12 suppliers that support with silicon carbide. There's ST, onsemi, then there is Navitas, then there's Renesas, then there is Nexperia, then we have Rome, Microchip, WN, Punchit. Have I forgotten one? If so, I'm sorry. Yeah, so
We'll be back with you in a minute.
No, so we have plenty of suppliers, and each and every supplier has different strengths, and that makes it then for us kind of always a different decision, because some suppliers have these packages, some suppliers have other packages, and it always depends on the thing that the customer wants to build and the kind of mechanical geometry that's behind.
And I think that's where you guys differentiate compared to other sort of providers of hardware, which is that you guys you're not just going to source it and help distribute these parts. You're actually going to get almost get involved with the design itself in terms of the design consultation. So could you just sort of go through how that might work in a typical project? So let's say I'm a power engineer, I'm designing some charger, and I'm having some issues with sourcing parts, especially silicon carbide, because we all know that stuff is hard to work with, and it's not as trivial as a typical like NMOS transistor. So how does Avnet Silica go sort of beyond the sourcing?
So typically, if a customer asks, look, this is the specification I'm working towards too, and this is what I'm after, and like, we try to sit together with this person and work out, okay, what topologies this person has in mind. And then depending on the selection, we might recommend a different one or just stick with it. And then we try to find the right parts, or let's say the right silicon, to just start this whole thing. Mostly the customers start out with a, let's say, THT package, which is proof of concept, their idea, and later on they move then towards more complex packages like topside cooling or power modules and all that sorts of stuff. And we try to give them company over the whole process and be kind of a person of contact for them. It's like, look, I've seen this behavior. Have you seen this? Can you help? And can you advise? And then we just move forward. And also we help customers if they have a need for like a custom module, because we all know this industry standard ACEPACK modules, or ACEPACK is the ST name, FPAC, F1, F2 is for onsemi, for example.